Well, I have just finished testifying. I answered every one of their questions as fully as I could, based on what I knew. And what I knew is what I said in my statement this morning. I never met Jeffrey Epstein, never had any connection or communication with him. I knew Ghislaine Maxwell casually as an acquaintance. But whatever they asked me, I did my very best to respond. And we returned to answer questions repetitively, literally over and over again. I don't know how many times I had to say I did not know Jeffrey Epstein. I never went to his island. I never went to his homes. I never went to his offices. So it's on the record numerous times. It then got, at the end, quite unusual because I started being asked about UFOs and a series of questions about Pizzagate, one of the most vile, bogus conspiracy theories that was propagated on the internet, that was serving as the basis of a member's questions to me.
Dude, we have so much to unpack. The only thing that I believe that she said right there is that she never went to the island. Everything else, she's full of shit. Do you guys believe Hill Dog?
A woman who deserves nothing but respect, Mrs. Hillary Rodham Clinton.
It is so nice to be back in a small town like the one I came from.
Good old Arkansas, where my husband let the CIA smuggle in a bunch of cocaine. We're gonna get into the alien thing too. It's actually so ridiculous when she mentioned Pizzagate as a crazy conspiracy. Where have you been? Have you looked? Have you seen a bunch of the files talking a whole bunch about pizza? And you're still saying it's like a wild internet conspiracy theory. Oh. Okay. Cool story. Does she really expect us to believe that her husband, who flew on Epstein's Lolita Express like over 20 times and had this really close relationship with him, and Jeffrey Epstein even had this photo in his mansion in Manhattan of your husband? So you're telling me they have that kind of relationship and you never even fucking met him? Bullshit. Now, honestly, I would actually be even more interested in what her relationship was like with Anthony Weiner and his wife. But that's another issue, huh? Now, the alien part. Dude, I love breaking down the psychology of shit like this because you can figure out so much more than what is just on the surface if you look at why the fuck they're saying what they're saying and their language and their wording and all that shit, okay? Now, she mentioned, right, that she was getting questioned about UFOs. You know why I find it strange for quite a few reasons, but her wording on that I find very strange because you guys might not know this, but she was actually one of the very first people to go on a popular public talk show and explain this.
Clinton on this show, he said, I asked him about UFOs in Area 51, and if he looked in, because if I was president, that's the first thing I do. I go right into those files and see
Right.
what was going on.
Right.
And he said that he did do that.
Yes.
And that he didn't find anything.
Well,
Oh.
I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, why not?
Right? And you know, there's a new name. It's unexplained aerial phenomenon.
Unexplained aerial phenomenon, really?
Yep, UAP. That's the latest nomenclature.
I like the old.
So, and the reason that they did this was because the UFO term was actually like a fringe type of term that only crazy conspiracy theorists would use. And so if you talked about UFOs in any kind of serious manner, if you said UFOs, you kind of looked like a kook. So they flipped it and they started calling them UAPs. And she knows this very well. So she actually used UFOs, the term, so she could make it seem like a kooky, wacky thing. Like she doesn't have any idea why they're asking her about that type of shit. Also, she specifically, I think, said UFOs just to kind of put it out there. But really, honestly, guys, what they were asking her about, just like I've been talking about with a lot of my other videos, I almost guarantee you they were asking her about the alien thing. And if you've seen some of my other shit, you can figure out how it all actually comes together. So, she said UFOs for a specific reason. Now, the other last thing that I want to add is that this was at the end of her speech. Let's check it out.
I asked, why was Ghislaine Maxwell invited to her daughter Chelsea Clinton's wedding in 2010? She'd already been mentioned in a civil lawsuit by Virginia Giuffre before that. Jeffrey Epstein had already been convicted before that.
She came as the +1, the guest of someone who was invited.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all.
So, if you couldn't hear it, that reporter was asking her, hey, so why was Ghislaine Maxwell at your daughter's wedding? And that's a great question. And what does she do? See ya! What a bunch of bullshit, dude. All of it. But, I mean, of course. Of course she would deny everything. And that's what she's doing. Yep.